Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Juju, and I hope that you guys are having a fantabulous day. So, how has everyone week's been going? The last time I was here, I spoke about my vacation that I enjoyed so good. It was like, girl, it was amazing. Love it. Yes, I went away with my girlfriends. For all who missed my last show, we did so much, dining by the pool. I didn't go on excursion because that's just not my thing. They went bungee jumping, not my thing. But I could have done other things too. But you know what? As I said before, I just couldn't get up in time that morning. I was lit the night before. So, what do you call it? So, like this week, I don't know. I just feel like I just can't get back into work mode. Isn't that crazy? And usually this happens when I take like a week off or 2 weeks off. Just like and when I went back to work, it was like I had to do like 4 days. That was my 4 day week. I don't know what made me decide to plan the 4 day week when I came back from vacation. And I still can't get back into work mode. I'm still like just dragging, girl. So I'm hoping that and as a matter of fact, last week I came back. Last week Sunday, and today is like Wednesday, and I'm still not like in work mode. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not into it. I don't know what it is. But hopefully by next week, I'll snap back into it. And as a matter of fact, next week, I'm not going to snap back into it because guess what? I'm going on vacation next week. Yes. So, and it's 2 weeks. So that's going to be even worse. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Honey, 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 honey. So let's just talk about my hair a little bit. I know I spoke about my hair the last video. It's getting more calmer or tamer because honey, when she just did it, as I said before, I was looking like Diana Ross. Okay, big hair, wild. It is taming down now. Let me see. Like I've been putting, this I'm not used to this whole crochet hairstyle thing, so it's like I've been having to watch videos to see how to take care of the hair. My last video I spoke about how the curl patterns are totally messed up because it should have been more like a coil, but the way how I combed it out the last time, it was like the wrong way because I was pulling my fingers through. It should have just separated it. So my curl patterns look totally different. When I tell people that this is the beach wave, they're like, people who know how the different type of um um patterns of hair look, they're looking at me like, really? I said, yeah, because the beach wave is a lot more tighter. Um, but this is like more of like a loose curls, but it's because of how when I combed it out the very first time. So now what I do is when the hair gets tangled, I pull it apart now. So it kind of looks like it still kind of has a coil look, some of it, but it some parts are wavy. So in order for me to keep this hair calm or tame, what I have to do is put um what do you call it? I don't put so one of my big mistakes were just to put a lot of conditioner in there also. I was using the curling cream. I found that the curling cream by Cantu, it was weighing down the hair too much. So I said, okay, let me try to use like the regular leave-in conditioner. And what I had to do was it was so much curling cream in my hair that my hair was starting to look white. Like the residue, it was like white residue left on there. So what I had to do was part my hair in like six different sections and literally like take a bottle of water, hot water, and like spray through the hair and like kind of like did like a washout. So I sprayed it and you could literally see like so much white residue was coming off into the sink. So 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 I did it for like each section. So finally most of the residue came out, and then what I did was I twisted just like how I usually do the 6 twists in my hair, and I twisted it and I put it up in my bonnet. What I find out that is better when the hair is fully dry, um, because that next day I didn't have to do anything, and when the hair was dry, because sometimes when I twist it, I when I'm pulling out the hair, it's still wet or it's still damp, and to me the curls doesn't come out as nice. It still kind of curls up, but it's just I don't know what it is. It just when it's fully dry and you undo the twist, the curls just come out so much better. So that's what I did last night. Um, and it's not every night I do it. Like as I said in my last video, when I did it, when you saw my hair, I believe that I did it like the 2 nights before. Because sometimes, you don't have to do it as I said, you don't have to do it every night. You just put your hair into a bonnet. I'm talking too fast. Put your hair into the bonnet and just shake it out the next day. Like tonight, I'm not gonna do it over with the conditioner. I'm just gonna put my hair into a bonnet and just shake it out and go. Um, to me, like as I said before in my last video, I'm getting so much more compliments. The hair is much calmer now, as you could see. Um, so I'm just loving it. I'm loving this new look. I love the fact that you could do so much with it. The other day I went to work. I had it up into a high ponytail. Usually I just put it back with my little elastic band, and usually I just put it back. But I said, let me try something new. Um, but it's just so many different hairstyles that you could do with it. Right now I have it, in the middle. As you could see the knots. I'm going to try the knotless braids where you cannot see the knots. It literally looks like it grows out of your hair. It's a little bit more expensive. I believe it's like a $50 more. I'm not sure if the lady that I go to, if she does it. I meant to ask her if she does that. Uh, but if she doesn't, there's another lady that I'm gonna go to, and she's a little bit more pricey. She's 150, and she charges $50 extra for the knotless braids. So I'm gonna go and try that because I feel like you could do a lot more with it, because even with hair, I don't really like seeing the knots on the side of my head. It's loosened up, as you could see. So that's it, guys. So this week I want to talk about a topic that, let me tell you something. Just before I start talking about my topic, my show was supposed to be about beauty, but I find myself talking about everyday things. I feel like I get more captured. My audience are more, um, captured by me when I talk about everyday stuff. And it's like I just enjoy talking about everyday stuff. You know, one of the things that I like about my show is that I can mix and match. Sometimes I could do all beauty, and sometimes I mix it up where I talk about everyday life and I mix it up and talk about beauty too at the same time. So, what I want to talk about is a topic that I didn't think that it still goes on today, but I just want to talk about like nurses eating their young. And this is crazy that it's still happening. I experienced that when I just was a brand new nurse on the unit, and I'm gonna tell you the story. So, brand new nurse. This is like 2004 on the unit, and I did not know how to write a telephone order. Well, honey, this nurse, okay, she like made a big scene on the floor, and she was like, "You don't know how to write a telephone order?" And she was like, "What school did you go to?" And I was like, innocent me, I was like, "Oh, Malloy College." And she was like, "Malloy College? And that's a very expensive school. And I cannot believe that." They didn't teach you how to write a telephone order. And at that point, like I felt so like belittled and small because it's like the thing is with nursing school is, and back then I did not know this, okay? With nursing school is they teach you the basics. They teach you the theory part. Okay? It is nothing like when you get on the floor. Oh, I'm telling you, totally different. It's a totally different. Please, you cannot prepare for it. They don't teach you that. Okay? They don't teach you about um patients being rude and how to react to them and uh this is just one example how patients or family members can be so rude to you. They don't teach you how to do that and not react to them. And you know, just put out your best professionalism because the thing is, unfortunately, as much as you may want to curse them out, honey, 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 you can. You got to be the professional. You're the one that went to school. You're the professional. And that's something that I always had to remind myself about, that I am the professional and you're not. Okay? So, no matter what they say to you, which is very difficult, you just have to stay in your professional zone and not react. Something that I talked about the other day, not always reacting to negativity. You have to always keep in mind that a lot of these people, they're very angry about what's going on with their sickness, the patient themselves and the family. So they take it out on you. Unfortunately, you're there and they take it out on you. So you got to keep that in mind. So yeah, they don't prepare you for that. So anyway, back to my story. She was just carrying on. Um, how you don't know how to write a telephone order, and I really didn't, and it was so embarrassing for me as a nurse on that unit, for the very first time. And because you feel that when you come out of nursing school, they know it all, you know it all. You don't know it all. There's a lot of things that I learned about in nursing. I learned about in nursing school, and that's cool. But I have to say that to me, like, okay, 50% of it was theory, that you know the basics, and the other 50 you learned about it on the unit. This is just me personally. Okay? Um Putting in a Foley inside a mannequin is not the same thing as putting in a Foley inside a human being. Honey, 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 honey. Let me tell you the very first time, my very first experience when I put in uh Foley inside a human being. Okay? Now, a mannequin, they stay still. You see both holes. How you doing? The hole that you urinate from and the vagina hole, the intercourse hole. So you will see it. Boom, it's there. You don't have to pull away nothing. You don't have to get a flashlight and look to see where the next hole is. Honey, 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 honey. It is not the same thing. Okay? So this particular experience, so when I the lady, she was a little bit heavy. She was a big girl. So it's like, I remember it was like four of us in there. Girl. Okay. So, and the lady, she didn't want it to begin with. So now it was like, you have to hold up both legs. She wasn't able to hold up both her legs. So you kind of have to stand in like a, not stand, but the way how you laying down, you have to like put your both legs up. Kind of like you're in stirrups. But it's not stirrups, because stirrups, your legs are more down like this and apart, but it's your legs are more flexed. Okay? So you have to keep your legs flexed, because when you keep your leg flexed, it opens up the hole. The hole that you urinate from. So when she did that, still didn't see nothing. Girl. Okay. They teach you that. Once their legs are flexed, you'll see it. Girl, bye. Honey. So now, two people are, one person each side is holding her legs. And then here I am trying to look, trying to go in, don't see nothing. Then what do you call it? The next thing is I get a flashlight, because I was like, okay, I can't see down there. because, it's a lot of meat down there. So I have to get my flashlight. So now you have to pull apart the labia, and now you're looking, like a search hunt, looking for that hole. Girl, girl. Okay, not easy. So, I go in, and the lady jumps, and she's like, oh, that hurts, because I guess she's like, she's like, oh, that don't feel. She basically like jumped, and I was like, are you okay? She was like, oh, that hurts a little bit. So, I got nervous and pulled it back out. So I'm just like, I look again, and it was like, I said, okay, one person hold one side, and I'll hold the other side, because as I said, homegirl, she had a lot of meat down there. So we pulled it apart finally, and then I saw it. I couldn't believe that I saw it, girl. And I went right in them. Boom! He was coming out. And I was so excited because, honey, 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 that was not easy. It took me like a good 5 minutes to get that Foley catheter in. But this is what I'm saying. It's like, it's not a perfect example. It's not the same as when you're in nursing school. Things are different. People, the mannequin don't move around. The mannequin don't make noise. The hole is right there. It's no fat around the labia. Like, you could just go straight in. It's easy. So I was very excited when I got my first Foley catheter in. So yeah, so it was just like, back to that girl. It's like, that was just a prime example of somebody eating their young. And let me tell you something. I don't mean to like throw things in people's face, but honey, 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 let me tell you something. You have to be nice to everybody and respect everybody, because you never know when that person is going to be your boss. Things can change, situations can change, and that person could end up being your boss. Now, I'm not her boss today, but honey, I ran into her maybe like 2 years ago, and she was like, what do you do now? So, she asked me, where do I work now? And I said, oh, at Franklin Hospital. She was like, ah, Northwell, you know, you know, you can't do nothing in one hospital, because once you do um one thing wrong in one of their hospitals, like you get blackballed. And I'm like, oh wow, really? And so I didn't even really ask her, like, did something happen with you? Because, I really don't really care about people, like that, like, their business, their personal business, or whatever happened. I feel like if you wanted to tell me the situation, that you would have volunteered to do it. And I was like, oh, sorry to hear. And she was like, girl, I don't even want to talk about it. And I was like, okay, well, I mean, I wasn't asking you, but whatever. Um, so it was like, so she was asking me, she was like, what unit do you work over there? And I was like, I oversee the entire hospital. I'm one of the assistant directors of nursing. And, I just kind of like, just let it flow out of my mouth. And she was like, oh, okay, all right, okay, big boss. And, I'm a very humble person. And I was like, I said, no. I said, I was always that sort of person that I never like to stay in one area too long. And even up to today, I still do that. I don't like to stay in one position too long. I like to try different things. And the reason why I'm where I am right now in my position is because I choose to try different things. And every 3 or 4 years, every so often, I start to get bored. And I'm like, okay, what can I try next? That's just me. Um, but it's just amazing how information just kind of gets thrown to me, because we went about our business, and I happened to talk to another nurse that I was working with, that same nurse. She was at the time, I believe she was an aide, but now she's a nurse. And she was telling me about the sick, like I ran into her, and I was like, I said, guess who I saw? Da, 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 whatever. And she was like, get out of here. She was like, girl, let me tell you. She was like, she right now, she does like private cases. And I was like, oh, really? And she was like, yeah, she had worked for, when she was working for Winthrop, apparently something happened. And that the crazy thing is, the same thing. It was a brand new nurse, and she literally, and I'm not going to get into details of what she did to the nurse, but she pretty much like embarrassed the nurse on the unit, and she got into like a lot of trouble for it. She got called into the office and she got written up. So I was just like, wow. And I told her what happened with me is, the situation that happened with me. And she didn't even know that. But it's just amazing how, like information gets brought to me that I didn't even have to ask for. And it's just, I'm just saying that, like where she is now and what she's doing, that you just never know. You cannot talk down to people or treat them in any way, because you never know. Because right now, she was like, I'm hearing that the last thing I heard was that she was looking for a job in the hospital. And I said, when I spoke to her, she never said anything to me about that. Like she was looking for a job. But she was like, so my coworker was like, well, she's probably not gonna ask you, because she probably look at the situation like, okay, well, if I get a job in here, I'm gonna be over her. And wow, how the tables turn. Okay, so this is just one of the things that you never know. Treat people good. You just never know. They could be your boss one day. How you doing? Yes. So guys, with that being said, um, yeah, I just cannot believe that the nurses are still in here. I don't see it in my hospital, thank God, but I don't know if it still goes on the unit, but I never actually experienced it, thank God. Um, but yeah, we should not, because you never know who that person that is um nurse right now. And don't get me wrong, as a matter of fact, I have seen nurses come and get trained, and they become assistant nurse managers, managers. So you never know. You never know. I've actually seen it. So honey, be careful. Okay. Just saying. So guys, with that being said, now that I spoke about my little topic, um, I wanted to try this next color by NYX. It's actually more of a purplish color. Um, but before that, I'm just gonna do a little eyeshadow. My eyebrows are done. I have on the base to my I already have on my makeup, my foundation already done. So I'm gonna use a little bit. I'm gonna use the light purple and the dark purple together. My eyelashes are already on, because as I said, I got my eyelash professionally done 2 weeks ago. How you doing? I'm just gonna put a little bit of purple up here, a darker purple up there, and fill it in. Oh, this is by, I forgot the name of this. Urban Decay. I have so many eyeshadows. Urban Decay. So I basically just use a little the light on my eyelids. And I don't know why it looks dark on my eyelids. I can't. I just can't. And I'm using the light up top. My boyfriend is home. He comes in so quietly. Na, 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 na. Okay, guys, so that's it. I'm just gonna put a little bit over here. It's so crazy. This looks so. It literally looks dark. Oh, I call her back. Let's add like a darker what are you doing? I'll call you back soon, my dear. Let me just finish up my show and I'll call you back. What are you doing? Okay. So now, you know, I like to wing my eyes out a little bit. I don't use a lot of what do you call it? I don't use a lot of eyeliner because I feel like my eyes are already okay. I feel like my eyes already look like, you know, I have one eyeliner already. So I don't really use a lot of eyeliner. So when I do use eyeliner, I just use it at the edge. Okay. And now tried something. I have like a lot of gloss on. But anyway, this is by NYX. It's like a purplish color. I think the name of it is Copenhagen. Okay. Mm. I thought it would have been more purpler than this. Cause this is more like a pink, but it doesn't look bad. Does not look bad at all. At all, at all, at all. And maybe for this I'll line my lips a little bit if I can't find my liner. Okay, I don't see it. Girl. Oh, here it is. You know the funny thing is that I was home all day and my phone never rang. Just couldn't. So I'm just lining my lips a little bit. Because I just like lining my lips because it looks so neat. It makes everything look so neat. Hold on 1 second, guys. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Call her back. So I believe that's it, guys. I really thought it would have came out a lot more purpler than this. Like this purple, like more of a light purple. But I guess not. I don't know if I should put my hair to the side or leave it to the middle. I don't know. I'm sweating on these lights. Between this ring light and this sweater is hot. My cat, she's such a tease. She comes in, pokes her head in, and then she leaves. But one day I'm going to get her on camera. One day I'm going to get her on camera. Watch. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it like this. Yeah. I'll just leave it like this for now. Doesn't look bad. Let me just fill in this top some more. Yes. Who you doing? It's so crazy that this looks darker. This looks dark, I swear. It's like the blue, it looks dark. What are you doing? So that is it, guys. come out too bad. You know, my hair is still hanging on. As I said, maybe like another week or so, I'll hold on to it. So, guys, so basically, the topic for this week, okay, is that treat everyone nice, be kind to everyone, because you never know. One day that person may be your boss. How are you doing? With that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. You know what to do. If you love my video, you give me a thumbs up. You can share my video. And don't forget to subscribe. Have yourself a fantabulous rest of the week. Bye, guys.